Harry and Meghan delighted the world when they released photos of their very cute date night at Cowboy Carter. And we did talk a little bit about it on Saturday in our SharionSade podcast episode. But what we didn't get to get into is the fashion. So today we'll be having a Sussex style where we will be talking about both Harry and Meghan's fashion and looking at some similar looks at a different price point, all that and more. So let's get started. Thank you for clicking on my video, and if you're returning, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be talking about the fashion from Harry and Meghan's date night out at Cowboy Carter, which I'm so excited about. And I love that they dressed in theme each time they went to a Beyonce concert, Renaissance as well as Cowboy Carter. I love how much fun they're having, and that's what the shows are all about. Beyonce shows are all about freedom and expression and just having fun and living in the moment, especially Renaissance. And I love that they not only followed the theme, but they clearly let their hair down and had a great time. And I also have to have a very special moment to talk about Prince Harry's hat. I absolutely adored what he put on the brim, but we'll get there in due time. Until then, if you have not already, please don't forget to go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and please don't forget to share so that more people can find us. Now, let's get into the fashion. First, we have to start where it all began, and that's on Instagram. Meghan posted a very sweet thank you to Beyonce and her team for the amazing night out, and then she gave the world this amazing carousel of photos of her and Harry and friends enjoying the evening, and clearly they had a really good time. First of all, I'm obsessed with Meghan wearing the hat. I think it's such a nice hat, and I think they looked so great. They looked like they were having a really good time. Both of them were dressed in theme. They were smiling, dancing, and just having a great time. And first of all, this show looks amazing. I cannot wait to go. I'm going to the Vegas shows, and I'm trying to go to the Houston shows as well. I'll report back if I got a chance to go. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. I love the Cowboy Carter album and I love Beyonce, so it's going to be a good time. And I love that Harry and Meghan had a great time as well. So here's the moment that I was so excited to talk about. Harry's hat. Meghan posted this photo that says, "My husband's hat gets a twirl," which is so cute. And look here, Archie and Lily's name are here as well as "My love." Then we have Africa here. We have the British flag and the American flag. And of course, the California flag, which go ahead and represent Harry. I love that. He's definitely showing that all of these things, places, and people make him who he is. All of these things are the things that are most important to him, and he's wearing them right on his crown. I absolutely love it. These photos were so sweet. I love how much fun they're having, and I also love that they're carefree. And of course, anytime they collide with Beyonce, you're going to find me there grinning from ear to ear. So I love that they keep this friendship and this mutually supportive relationship with her alive. I just think it's so great. But I also just like to see them have a really good time. So now that we have the origin of this, we've got to talk about the clothes. Meghan shared on her Shop My page that she wore a dress from Carolina Herrera, and it's the off-the-shoulder ruched denim midi dress valued at $1,690. Now, the dress is no longer available as it's from a past season, but whatmeganwore.net offered a similar dress from Dress the Population for only $178. Now, we'll get there, but I want to spend a little time on Meghan's dress. Something that I love about this look for Cowboy Carter is that Meghan was able to marry the Cowboy Carter Western theme and make it Meghan. That's something we talk about a lot with her, is that she makes things her own, which is all a part of having your own personal style and your own personal style message, which I love that she was able to do here. Because initially, you wouldn't necessarily put an off-the-shoulder midi dress and a concert together. But then when you look at not only how she styled it, but the fact that it's all denim, it makes perfect sense. And that's part of bringing your style into the look or bringing your style to the inspiration. And it's important to do that so that it makes sense for you. Now, this dress would initially look a little bit more formal for me, and I wouldn't put it at a concert. I wouldn't initially think of wearing this to a concert, but then knowing that it's denim, it's absolutely perfect. It's perfect because the denim actually makes it a little bit more casual. So then you just have an elevated casual look. But of course, it makes sense because it's Meghan. You have this midi dress with a slit in the front, which makes it a little bit more daring, perfect for a date night. And then, of course, it's off the shoulder, again, a little bit more formal, but then it's ruched in the middle, which gives it a little form-fitting quality, but it opens at the bottom for comfort. So she has breathing room. She can move, she can sit, she can dance, she can stand, and it's not pulling her in too tight. That's usually what gets me, is when I have to have things tailored, especially dresses, because I want it to be form-fitting around the stomach and the midriff area, but I don't want my hips to be hugged. I cannot take that. I don't want my thighs to rub. I'm not trying to start a fire. So I like to have a lot of breathing room below the waist. So I like for things to be let out below the waist so that I can move around and shake and shimmy and whatever I'm trying to do at the concert, child. I'm trying to twerk, whatever I need to do, I need it to be let out so I get that done. Now, this dress is perfect for that because not only is it midi, so you don't see anything you don't need to see, but it has a slit, so it makes it a little sexy, but it's still a very respectable slit in a very good spot, meaning it's probably not going to rip right there or open up any more than it needs to. But then also, again, like I said, it's midi, so it's nice and classy, but it's breathable, so she can dance, sit, jump around, whatever she needs to do. And clearly she took advantage of that because she was having the time of her life and she did not have an ounce of discomfort on her face. So this dress is perfect. I also love that not only is it denim, but that it's ruched in the middle. So again, it's giving it that bandage dress quality. When I talked about this outfit on the SharionSade podcast, I'd only seen the photo and I hadn't had any deets on the outfit yet. I mean, I talked about that as soon as the photos came out. So whatmeganwore.net, Meghan's Fashion, Meghan's Mirror, none of them had updated just yet at the time. And so I said, I even said on the podcast episode, if this comes out and it's not a bandage dress, I'll come back and correct myself. So that is me correcting myself. This isn't a bandage dress, which was shocking because it's absolutely perfectly form-fitting like a bandage dress. This is not a bandage dress. It's just ruched in the middle and it's denim. So I love this dress. I love that she stayed in theme, but she still stayed classy Meghan. This is the perfect dress. I'm interested to know if she picked this dress, which I'm assuming she picks a lot of her clothes. She actually came out and said she picks most of her clothes just by scouring the internet. And that surprised me. You would not have been able to convince me that she didn't just have like a team of stylists that like help her because she puts such dynamic looks together and she never makes the same look twice. She has a style. Now she does have a similar look. You have the Meghan look, but she doesn't repeat looks, meaning she doesn't wear the same thing several times. Even if she repeats an outfit, she changes it up. She changes how she's wearing it, or she'll change the environment she's wearing it in so that she changes the elements of it, whether it's the jewelry, whether it's how she's wearing it. I've seen her wear the same button down and sometimes the sleeves are rolled, sometimes they're not, sometimes the top is undone, sometimes it's not. So she knows how to change things up to make it look different, even when she's repeating certain items. But you never would have been able to convince me that she was doing that 100% by herself. That just made me respect her looks even more because clearly there's this common theme between them. They all look like Meghan. So clearly they're her style. But I just assumed she had some help. When I found out that she was mostly putting all of her outfits together just by scouring the internet, I was just kind of like, what can't you do? What can't you do, ma'am? But no, she definitely picked a really great dress. This is a lovely, lovely dress. I'm a little sad it's not available anymore, but I also don't have $1,600 to cough up, so it's not going to make me any, never mind. But this is a very beautiful dress. Now, whatmeganwore.net offered a similar style from Dress the Population for only $178. It is very similar. It's not denim, so it actually might be a little bit more comfortable. It's not denim. It doesn't have the V-neck. It actually has a sweetheart neckline, which is still cool. It still works, but it also has the same midi shape, but no slit in the front in a very similar color. This is a more dark denim wash, and this is a dark navy blue dress. So they look very, very similar. Something that I love about the Carolina Herrera dress as well is this gold zipper at the back. I just think that adds a little something. I love a nice zipper, especially oversized zippers with an oversized zip, like the big zip tie. I love, love, love those. I don't know why. I was just I just think it adds a little bit of something to it. But anyway, the dress they picked is very similar. I like it a lot. Now, Meghan's shoes were Aquazzura, of course, and they're the Divine Sandal 85 in brown. And then her jewelry was from Logan Hollowell, the large diamond faith pendant, and the Eau de Rose cut Gaia choker. We also have to talk about Prince Harry's hat. I think this might be my favorite fashion item from the date night. I'm obsessed with this hat for many reasons. First of all, this color is everything. I love the band on the hat. It's perfect. And it definitely says Harry. Absolutely. So this is Harry's Kemo Sabi hat, and it's from the brand Military Beaver Blend, Very, very nice. I love this color. This, again, like I said, this is very hairy. But I love that it's not like a typical cowboy hat, because they could have just gotten like a standard cowboy hat, which would have been fine. A good old 10-gallon hat ain't never hurt nobody. So I'm always okay with that being from Texas. But this is a very cool take on the Cowboy Carter theme. And again, Harry nailed it as well, taking the theme and making it his own. They both looked good. They were both in sync. They were in step. They didn't do the matchy-matchy, but they were absolutely coordinated, and they nailed these looks. What did y'all think of Harry and Meghan's looks? And although this is a little bit off topic of the Cowboy Carter date night outfits, I had to talk about Meghan's very sweet Mother's Day post, where she posted a photo of her holding both Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet, and it looks like it's in their backyard under the pergola. They look like they're having a wonderful, wonderful day. She's in this very cute two-piece lounge outfit, and they're in very cute lounge clothes. It looks like they're just having a wonderful day. It looks like they might even still be in pajamas. But anyway, she posted with this very cute message. It says, "Happy Mother's Day. Cheers to juggling it all with joy." That's cute. "And to these two gems who will attempt to climb Mama Mountain, smother me with kisses, and make every day the most memorable adventure. Being your mom is the greatest privilege of my life. I too love you more than all the stars and all the sky, all the raindrops and all the salt on all the French fries in all the world." That is so sweet. Oh my gosh. So clearly they had a lovely Mother's Day, and I hope the same for you all. If you celebrated or you were celebrated, I hope it was very rewarding, and I hope you felt very, very loved and appreciated. Thank you so much for watching the SharionSade YouTube channel. I appreciate you watching my content. If you haven't already, please don't forget to go ahead and like this video by hitting the thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe by hitting the subscribe button. And don't forget to comment along the way. If you feel so inclined, please don't forget to share so that more people can find us. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Now let's get back to the video. So that's all I have for you guys today. It was very fun to take a look at the date night outfits. As soon as I saw those photos, I was just enthralled with the outing. And I was just looking in the background. I was looking at the videos. I was looking at how happy they were. And then I said, oh, but we get to talk about the fashion. And y'all know that's a win-win for me. So it was very nice to get a chance to touch base on the fashion, as well as Meghan's Mother's Day post. Now, if you are on YouTube, if you're watching this on YouTube, you will see below the video, there are a slew of items that are similar to the items that we saw Harry and Meghan wear that are at a different price point if you want to try and build the look yourself. So that's all I have for y'all today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you haven't already, please don't forget to go ahead and like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.